Hello, 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 hello. Excuse this and this breaking out. Stress before the first day of school. But this video is in response to my homegirl, Mustard Wars. I love her. Uh, her her question was from the spooktastical or spooktacular questions with the numbers, and it was give some supernatural paranormal stories, and I got a lot. I'll start off. Well, I'll start with my first paranormal story. I was in my aunt's house, and it was, I think, my cousin's first birthday party, and I was about 6. And she had asked me to go inside, to go. Her house is like one floor, kind of. It's weird. Like, when you walk in, there's a living room, but then up like 4 stairs is like a kitchen and a bedroom. But then you walk up like 4 more stairs, and there's like more bedrooms upstairs. It's kind of weird. But her bedroom was right when you walk up the stairs from the living room. So it was like right through the living room up there. So she asked me to go in her room and on her dresser get her sunglasses or something of the sort. And when I walked in her room, I had to walk to her dresser, and there was a mirror right there. And when I went down to get her glasses and I looked up, right behind me, a little taller than me, was an older man. Holy shit. It scared the shit out of me. I ran out of the room, the hallway, the living room, and out of the house as quick as I could. I got out of there quick. Excuse me, that was disgusting. And excuse this yawn, it is 1 o'clock in the morning. But that was my first paranormal experience. Um, I'll give you one in my house. I was with 2 friends, my friend Clarissa and my friend Geneva, and me and Geneva played the Midnight Man game. Now I've posted a couple things about the Midnight Man game on Tumblr, and it's a fun game. One time I played and I heard giggling coming from my dining room. We played it for literally like 2 minutes maybe, and we had to stop. It was just that frightening. But no, when we were playing, Clarissa was downstairs sleeping. She was tired, sort of like I am now, and she was sleeping in my basement on my couch. And so me and Janine were playing for a little bit. It was kind of creepy. So after about an hour, we kind of said, no, I don't really want to play anymore. So it was about 1:30, and we went downstairs. Clarissa kind of woke up from us uh, walking down the stairs and stuff, and she was kind of up. But me and Geneva laid on the floor. I'll show you. Me and Geneva laid on the floor, and there was a couch right. We were leaning like this is a couch. Clarissa was on top, and me and Geneva put pillows like here and laid this way. So the way the couch was like this is the back, right here's the back, this is the couch, Clarissa's on top, and we're kind of where my arm is. So we were all kind of laying there, and Clarissa said that she felt something go over the couch and grab her on her shoulder. Well, she flung off, flung off the couch on top of us and ran up the stairs and was like freaking out. And so we ran upstairs like what? And we went back downstairs. She's like, I think something grabbed me on my arm, and I was like, okay. And so we're like, maybe it was just a pillow. Well, she started singing. Well, she was kind of freaked out, but we have played Ouija board down there, and we have both kind of felt like a little girl presence. So I said, oh, it's probably the little girl. And she just kind of sang this melody, and she was like, I like little girls. And out of nowhere, she claims, and we kind of heard it. She felt a smack on her head, like a tap, like a hello. Well, she flung off the couch, went literally full over, ran into like a rocking chair, and like was like and then ran up the stairs. I mean, she was gonna call her mom to go home. She was that scared. I mean, we were all scared. It was horrifying. Um, so that happened. Um, my mom was out walking the dog, and the way our property is, it's kind of long ways. Like not like a square, but very long. And at this corner, my mom was walking the dog. She saw a tall black figure. Now, she doesn't believe in ghosts at all, but whatever she saw scared her so bad that when she screamed, if this is this and she's up in this corner, my room is like down here, and we have a big property. It's like about an acre. It sounded like someone. My Not only was my door closed, but I was also on the phone, and it sounded like someone was screaming in my room. Well, I ran outside. This woman is crawling on the grass, crawling. She thinks something's like behind her. Well, she ended up shattering like every bone in her arm and her hand. She has plates and bars in her arms now because she broke her arm that bad because she saw something. So that happened. And now, ironically, neighbors across the street, and there's a cornfield, but like on the other side of the corn. Uh, when the owners bought that land, the original owner of the land, who's had this all of it for a long, long time, went over to their house when they were building and said, "There's something about the land." And when they were like, "What?" He was like, "Can't tell you." So that was weird. But then, okay, so it's my house, the cornfield, the people that kind of just moved in, and then across the street is my best friend Clarissa's house. Now, her house, where we had the experience was, uh, my friend Natalie, I guess, had taken pictures in her house while Clarissa wasn't home on a phone, like just a regular phone. Just because Clarissa's house was creepy, and there was nothing else to do when Clarissa's not there, and you're just alone in a house. So later that night or something, like maybe 2 nights later, we watched an urban legend video, and it was horrifying, literally horrifying. And all of a sudden, Clarissa couldn't find her phone, and Natalie called it, and it was no, Natalie didn't call it. Natalie couldn't find her phone either, and so I called it, and both of their phones were in the refrigerator. Yes, in the refrigerator. Meanwhile, the way the couch was sitting. I was sitting here against the wall on a couch, and Natalie was sitting like on another couch, like over here, facing this wall. So I'm facing a hallway, and she's facing me. So I see across from where the hallway is, which is like past the living room and into the hallway, there's a mirror. I saw something black walk across the mirror. Now she saw something in the corner huddling down like a black shadow. Weird. Now, we decided after all this the phones and the creepy shadows, we decided that we were going to go to bed. So we walk into that hallway right by that mirror, and there's a closet, and that's where Clarissa keeps her like bed stuff, like linens and pillows and shit like that. And so Natalie walked past the door, and when Clarissa opened it, Natalie was behind it. So Clarissa opened the door like this. Natalie's on this side, Clarissa's on this side, and when Clarissa went to shut the door, she's looking at Natalie, and Clarissa like screamed and ran out of the house. She claims that Natalie's face wasn't her, wasn't distorted, or like it just wasn't her face. It was like my face being on someone else. Like you'd be like, look, and it frightened her a lot. And so when we lay down, we're like, okay, we just need to lay down. Clarissa's looking at Natalie's phone and through the pictures, and Natalie's like, yeah, I took some pictures of your house while you weren't here. And we're like, okay, you weirdo. And they were just looking through. I noticed something. I wasn't even the one holding the phone. I noticed something in the picture, and I was like, give me the phone, give me the phone. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, what the fuck? There was clear as day. Like, if day was perfectly clear, that was the picture. Clearly, a Native American man, long black hair like mine, only straight. You can see a satchel. You see a white buttoned up shirt. You can almost see it was like black and white, but the rest of the picture is color. But he was black and white. And now in the mirror, you also see it. It was weird, and so we were freaking out, like we were crying because we were that scared. And like it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Clarissa's mom came out and was like, "I'm gonna beat the shit out of you," and then we showed them the picture, and they're like, And so I ended up getting taken to my computer graphics teacher, who like complete whiz at computer graphics and like special ed, effects and stuff like that. She was like, "Oh, it's just like a digital overlay. I mean, not a digital overlay, like one film, two pictures get together." And I said, "Okay." And she's like, "Well, what kind of film did you use?" I said, "Oh, it's just like on an Android phone." She's like, "Oh, well, obviously there's no film on like a Droid, so she goes, it's not like that." So she goes, "That's just a picture." And I was like, "So that's what the picture is." I mean, it's clear as day. I mean, it made my dad, who does not believe in ghosts at all, question it, truly question it. But I mean, let's see. I also have, uh, I had a dream about my teacher, who I had for chemistry, him in a room with windows, just screaming the name Catherine over and over again, screaming. And then all of a sudden you heard this voice. Like I didn't hear it, but like you could feel it, like you felt the words. You knew what was coming out. Basically saying like, "What? It's a matter. Nothing's gonna happen. It's okay." Well, I told my teacher. Now I've only had him for a couple of days, but I went to him and I said, "Hey, Mr. Kashmir," I said, "I had this weird dream about you." I said, "You kept screaming the name Catherine," and turns out that was his daughter who had passed away. Just another like psychic experience. I mean, it was getting to the point where I was having so much psychic experiences that kids in my chemistry class were calling me Raven. Raven. But yeah, that that's my some paranormal activity that I've had. I mean, I've had a lot more, but it's already a 12-minute video, and no one's gonna watch it anyway. So, love you. Love you.